Hey everyone, welcome to 9to5batman.com. Today we're going to look at these Minico figures from Iron Studios. Now Iron Studios usually make kind of high quality realistic statues, but they've since diversified into doing these kind of more collectible, kind of super deformed kind of characters, you know, giant heads, little bodies, not too dissimilar from Funko Pops and not too dissimilar from what Hot Toys did a few years ago, where they did these Cosbaby lines with the massive heads and the little bodies. But yeah, they're really fun. It took a while to pick these up. Let's just have a quick look at the packaging there. So some very cool artwork there of all the figures looking very moody and cinematic. Around the back you've got just some shiny shots of the figures again, and then around the side you've just got your Iron Studios logo. So let's get this open and have a look at what we've got. Okay, so first off we've got Batman here looking kind of perplexed over a riddle, with his kind of hand against his chin there, deep in thought. Really cool figure, actually. Really nice paintwork and sculpting and everything. He's obviously wearing the Sonar suit. It's like a black version rather than a blue, with a big shiny silver belt. Not too dissimilar from that Beast Kingdom figure that I reviewed the other week. But yeah, he's on this kind of little kind of base, which I guess is meant to be a bit of the Batcave, I guess, is what it's meant to look like. And there underneath you've got your Batman logo and everything. But yeah, going around the back, as you can see, really nice sculpting on the head there. So I don't think anything moves at all. You can't, yeah, it's purely a statue, unfortunately. Nice flowing cape there. And then this is kind of a cool thing. Let's just go in close here. So we've actually got the, if you look on the numbers on my face, you won't find 13 any place, and you've got a kind of cartoony version of Bruce Wayne's face as well, which is super, super cool. Obviously that should be popping out if it was proper, but you know, I think they've done a really nice job there. It's a really fun detail. Love this figure, very cool, but it's probably not my favorite though. I think the other two definitely have a little bit more. Let's just compare him to the Cosbaby one. So as you can see, you're going for a very different scale and a very different style. The head is kind of big, but not as kind of over huge as this one was. This one's more like a bobblehead. But yeah, very similar approaches, very different results. Okay, so next up we've got the Riddler, and he's wearing his full green suit and hat and everything for once. He's not in just his spandex one suit, but yeah, and he's leaning on his cane here. He's got a bit of a casual pose there, and yeah, it's all really, really nicely done. It's great to see him in his jacket, because that normally gets skipped because it's easier just to put him in his little spandex suit. The hat as well is nicely detailed. I don't know if you can see, but it's actually got like a texture to it. Like if you scrape your fingernail on it, it sort of makes a noise, and it's got kind of stitching on the brim. They've really gone kind of over and above for all the details on this. But yeah, the thing I love about this is obviously it looks like the Gesser figure that Riddler has, kind of cluttering his apartment and his workplace, you know, with a little kind of ha 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 ha. So I absolutely love that. Extra little detail here as well. He's got a little fan on his little base there. Let's just compare him to the Cosbaby one. So as you can see, yeah, the Cosbaby one went with very, very bright green and very, very bright red. This is much more muted and darker, which, yeah, I think works for the figure. Right, next one. Okay, I'm saving my favourite for last. This is my favourite. This is the one I wanted to get. So this is the Robin figure, and as you can see, in his hand, he has a little toy Batboat and a little toy Batmobile, because obviously those are the two vehicles which he uses in the movie. The actual suit itself is nicely detailed. I actually like the colours on this. Again, it's very muted. I feel like the whole line is a bit more muted, a bit less colourful than the other ones, but that's okay. Again, he's got a little fan, which he's using to kind of like step down, so he's kind of in that kind of stepping pose that reminds you of him coming down the steps. Again, his cape is in a big old swish, kind of blowing to one side. And then, yeah, just comparing him to the Cosbaby. So as you can see, the Cosbaby one went for a much more metallic-y sheen, a much more cheesier face. I think this kind of like slightly grumpy face, but not much of a frown, is much more appropriate. So yeah, let's put them all together and see what we've got. So I think the Robin really should go in the middle, because he's slightly larger than the other two. But there is your Minico line of figures. I think these are really, really cool. These took me a while to get. I had to get them imported from America, and yeah, but they're absolutely worth the money. If you can get them, I highly recommend them.